We're continuing our series focusing on beef trade this week. In our recent visit to Washington, D.C., we sat down with congressmen to learn more about their viewpoints on beef trade in Asia, South Korea, and Colombia. We have more in this week's Cattlemen's Capital Concerns.
We're going to continue to trade with our friends around the world, and there are some trade agreements that are pending at the moment. You've got the Colombian Free Trade Agreement, you've got the Korean Free Trade Agreement. But in addition to those agreements, we also want to expand our cattle and beef exports to Japan. We'd like to get resolved the differences there with under and over 30-month cattle. In Korea, we have a similar situation, and I met with the outgoing ambassador from Korea 2 weeks ago on his way out the door, and I'm waiting for the new ambassador to come in. And we talked about what we could do to expand the cattle, to move away from the unnecessary and artificial and arbitrary levels that they've put on our beef trade. So if we're able to do that, I think we'll see a great expansion for our beef trade into Asia.
We're really dependent on exporting, and so therefore these trade agreements that we have are crucially important. And for example, we have three agreements that have already been negotiated by the Bush administration. They're waiting to be sent up to the Congress to be voted on. That will make a big impact on agriculture, on industry, on our exports, and certainly on beef. For example, Colombia is one of those. And it's been estimated that our exports of beef just to Colombia alone would increase by some 42% to that country, and maybe more was one of the estimates. And this is pretty much true. We have other agreements that we need to be negotiating, that we have. South Korea would be a major increase in export of our beef if we could get that agreement signed and passed by the Congress. So this is our big challenge, to get our Democrat-controlled Congress here and the president to move forward on these trade agreements that are so crucially important to the economic well-being of not only agriculture and beef, but really of our entire nation.
The National Cattlemen's Beef Association has a team of representatives who work every day on Capitol Hill to represent your best interests. Support their work and the National Cattlemen's Beef Association by joining today. It's easy to do. Just call 1-866-USA-BEEF or visit beefusa.org. It's a great investment in your operation and in the future of our industry.